Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Day 3 of Appian World 2024. It's always incredible to see you all here bright and early after the conference party, after the beautiful DC weather on the waterfront. I'm quite impressed that you've all turned out to hear about the next generation of process automation and taking advantage of our beautiful lounge seating here. It's a terrific experience here at Appian World. And I want to take one moment first to thank April and the entire Appian events team that made this show and those parties possible, this incredible event. Please give them a round of applause. That recap video showed me what a special conference this is and how one of these days I'm just going to have to cancel all of my one-on-one meetings and enjoy it with you, because you looked like you were having a lot of fun and learning a lot of great things. So I do want to talk about what we saw there in that video for just a moment. Here on Day 3, we are going to talk about the future, but I want to recap for some of you and talk about and reflect on some of the announcements we made yesterday. And before we go into that, we, of course, will be talking about product roadmap items and future concepts and ideas, and we have a lot of lawyers, and so please carefully study this disclaimer. There'll be a quiz later. So as you heard, this is Appian's 25th year. Back in 1999, 4 friends became the 4 founders and decided to create a culture of innovation out here on the East Coast and start a process automation company to free people from manual labor. And because we saw that the best performing organizations were the ones that were never complacent. They were constantly reflective and analyzing and questioning. And by actually documenting the way they did their most complex work in process models, they invited and empowered their teams to speak up, to not accept the way work was happening, not accept bottlenecks, not accept that inefficiency was inevitable, but instead be encouraged to make positive change. And that's what we love to do, and that's what made all of this possible. Your work, your teams, your inspiration, your commitment to excellence. And so thank you for that. It's been an incredible 25 years. I can't believe it's been 25 years. But there it is, 25 years of growth. And the product announcements I want to talk about now that we made yesterday all serve that same mission, that same focus we've always had to help us build a better world. The first thing I want to talk about is Process HQ. Process mining, process analytics, data analytics, and an enterprise data catalog, all combined. It's like NASA Mission Control, but for you, a personal version of it for your business operations, so that now, finally, you can make better data-driven decisions and orchestrate and optimize your work and your workflows, all unified and powered by Appian's patented data fabric, so that now, instead of having to go through a costly and time-consuming data migration to actually get process mining insights, for the first time, perhaps, why not bring the process mining to the data? And so that's Process HQ, and we're excited to see what you do with it. The other big announcement yesterday was Case Management Studio. Case Management Studio fulfills a promise that I've been making and a vision I've had and talked about on stage here at every single Appian World from the start, and that's to create a generation of creators, not consumers of technology. Case Management Studio fulfills that vision with a no-code environment, where now everyone can create new tasks, new workflows, but within the safety and security of IT governance, IT policy, IT best practices. And so this is incredibly exciting, especially for those rapidly changing processes where IT backlogs always seem to get in the way of keeping up with new products and new compliance activities. Now, there's no excuses. The business, the citizen developer, everyone can take charge, and you can expand your Appian projects and portfolio to every user across the entire enterprise. We've gotten great feedback on it already, and I know you're going to love it. And then third, what I'm actually most excited about is Epics, as in Elastic Process Execution. This has been a personal passion project of mine for years now. It's an entirely new architecture, an entirely new way of queuing up tasks, an entirely new multi-threaded executor environment, an entirely new framework for handling your most challenging high-volume, high-velocity processes, for straight-through processing, for ETL, for microservice orchestration. For your most challenging workloads now, Appian Workflow will be your first choice. And in the same way that Appian has been a process leader for 20 years, now with Epics, we've laid the foundation for powering your AI business and AI-powered business processes for the next 20 years. And I can't wait to see what you do with it. It's absolutely incredible. The early beta results from our testers, I want to thank you for your feedback and making this an exceptional product. We're seeing results of up to 15 times faster than our current engine. That unparalleled efficiency is going to allow us to do incredible things. And all of that supported by AI, supported by Appian's enterprise AI. We announced yesterday 15 new generative AI skills, a new prompt builder to create your own AI skills for whatever unique situation you have, and a new extension to our AI developer Copilot that was specially targeted on testing. I think the biggest applause line I saw yesterday was when the generative AI was generating test data, because nobody likes generating test data. And yet, all of that together is made useful and something you can put into production today by Appian's Private AI Foundation. And to help make that possible, we also announced a strategic collaboration agreement with AWS, a really powerful commitment to both parties to bring the power of generative AI to the market. Yes, absolutely worth applause. It's allowing the Appian community to tap into that multi-billion-dollar investment AWS is making in generative AI and showing how we can build Appian-trained AI, fine-tuned Appian use cases that complement rather than compete with the AI vendors. It's a really exciting collaboration, and we can't wait to bring it to you. So that's what we announced so far. That's where we've been. Now it's about where are we going. And so in this session, we're going to talk about what's up next and the concepts and ideas that inspire our product roadmap. And unlike last year, where I did all the demonstrations myself and took all the chances myself, I've decided to invite the great engineers and product strategists and product managers and CTO team who built these prototypes out onto the stage to show them to you themselves. So we're going to start with our chief product architect and a 20-plus year Appian veteran. So I want to invite to the stage my friend, my colleague, Matt Hilliard. Matt? Thought maybe you're going to leave me hanging there.
It's fine. Good morning. So I'm going to start off our set of research projects here by the same place that you start your projects, with business requirements. And we're excited by the possibility of using generative AI to bring the business closer to the development team and give more people a voice in the requirements process. So I'm just going to dive right into it here. So this is a high-level view of the business processes that have already been built on Appian for a hypothetical satellite operations company. That first column on the left is showing a process for handling routine status checks. The middle column is for automated solar flare warnings. But today, as a business user, I want to start a new project that handles reports from customers of anomalous behavior that could be incidents. Now, I might not be super familiar with Appian or with this particular tool, but with generative AI, I can talk to the AI Copilot in my own sort of conversational, intuitive way of speaking, and it updates the diagram on my behalf. And I can look at that diagram, see if I want to make any changes. In this case, I'm going to add a review step there in the middle, and I'm off and running, right? So we know that enterprise processes are complicated. You need a lot of sets of eyes on things at this stage to get them right. It's hard to get all those eyes in the same room, even a virtual room. So I might have a colleague in Paris who we can work asynchronously. He can look at this same UI, but in his language, French, talk to the same AI Copilot, again in French, to make a suggestion. He thinks that l'équipe opérationnelle, the ops team, should be the one doing the review, not the account manager, the way I had said. So he makes that suggestion, and the AI Copilot captures that for me. And back in the United States, I see that suggestion waiting for me, now translated into English. And I can decide, in this case, yeah, that's a great suggestion. I'll tell the Copilot, let's take that, and it updates the diagram again for me. Now, you may not be able to read the text here, but the Copilot also makes suggestions based on what it knows about enterprise applications and what's already been built. I'm the human, I'm still in charge. This is just a Copilot, but if it has a good idea, I can accept it. In this case, it's suggesting to me that we at least notify the account executive when one of their customers is having a potential issue. So we add that as well. And sometimes it's not obvious what to do next. So I can ask the Copilot, hey, what's another thing I can do to help move this process forward and prepare things for a development team? And it's going to suggest that we go kind of zoom in on the first step in this process, which was that initial report of a problem, and ask me what kind of information we want to collect. Pretty common sort of question. And again, I can just answer sort of in a rambling, sort of informal way, and the Copilot will take that, turn that into bullets, format them so that it's there for the dev team when they get started. Also for the dev team, the Copilot is suggesting reuse opportunities so we can benefit from what's already been built on Appian at this customer in order to move faster. And as development proceeds, I'll be able to, as a business user, check up on how it's going, see what might be ready for a demo. The dev team can also use this view to organize their work based on the business value that they're providing. So there's a lot here, but the last thing we'll show is just that because this is tied directly to the platform, I can even, back in my sort of business user hat here, I can even drop into the interface designer where it will provide the notes I gave to the dev team to the interface designer Copilot so I can get a sense for what the form looks like. And even talk to the Copilot to add a radio button for whether it's an ongoing issue and make a few adjustments. Just whatever I can do to make things, get ideas out of my head and out where a development team can see them. So this has just been a quick view of how we can use AI to help at the beginning of a project. Next, Julian is going to come out to talk to us about how AI can help users use these applications once they've been built. Thanks.
Web applications are comprised of three things: data, interfaces, and actions. Data is the information you care about. Interfaces presents that information to you in a compelling way. And actions can either modify that data or take you to a new interface. And this works. This has worked for the past 30 years. But it's a design pattern not without its flaws. It puts the onus on you, the user, to have to remember how to navigate through a nested web of links to find where your data and actions are actually stored. Think about how many clicks, tabs, searches it takes to get from one interface to the page that you're actually looking for. And when you actually find that page and want to save it for later, the best you can do is bookmark that individual interface or open up a new tab and continue navigating elsewhere. I'm sure we're all familiar with our tabs looking like this. Well, what if you could display your interfaces, semantically search your data, and perform any action by simply asking your computer? Well, this past year, we've seen an entirely new class of AI models emerge, offering incredible generative capabilities. We've been talking to computers for years, and now, for the very first time, they can actually understand what we're saying. So Appian is currently exploring how we can use this new technology to reimagine how users interact with their business applications. Let's see this in action. Building off the satellite management company that Matt was showing us earlier, let's say that one of the satellites that we're currently developing is malfunctioning, and I'm tasked with figuring out why. Now, I've got plenty of reports to help me isolate this issue, but they're spread across different applications and interfaces. So instead of trying to navigate to them, let's just have Copilot bring it to us. See how I stay in one location, and Copilot is the one that searches and presents the information that I want to see when I want to see it. And ooh, this is interesting. It seems something's amiss with our satellite's power levels, so let's dig a bit deeper. Let's search through the satellite's maintenance history relating to power issues in the past year. Well, instead of manually clicking through all the filters and sorts myself, this is a record type grid. And instead of clicking to open up a bunch of separate tabs, we can actually click into each of these record views and view and display my data all in a single interface. You can fill out your form information, you can edit your documents, and Copilot can actually identify, generate, and create all of this document information directly from within Appian itself. If you notice, this is a Word document being edited directly within Appian. So all of this record information is in one unified display that AI can actually bring to us. Copilot is the one that searches and navigates our vast application and interface data. And me as the user, I no longer have to navigate through my application. Copilot is the one that navigates for me. So not only can we fill out forms automatically, but this document was generated directly from our record data itself. And now our responsibility as the user is to actually edit and review this information that AI has generated for us directly within Appian itself. And notice that this is a single display that's pulled up for me. I don't have to open up endless tabs or bookmark each individual page that I want to see. I have one single workflow that I can save for later. So why should I bookmark a single tab, a single interface, where every single day I want to perform the same exact workflow or a set of different workflows? Now we can save that to Appian itself and pull up all that information in one click. So with Copilot, we're actually flipping the traditional interaction paradigm. Instead of forcing a user to click through a prescribed set of interfaces to find the data that they're looking for, Copilot can navigate, locate, and generate all of this information for you. See, Appian is seamlessly orchestrating AI and workflow to allow you to focus on the cognitive work that actually matters instead of wasting time looking for it. But this is truly only a sneak peek of what's to come, the smallest of sneak peeks, because I'm going to bring Alex Yu to the stage to talk to you a little bit about AI reasoning.
Thank you, Julian. Good morning, everyone. So making sound decisions, and quickly, is extremely hard. I, for one, will be the first to admit that when I'm picking videos to watch or movies to watch, it takes me far too long, and I often end up regretting my choice halfway through. Yet in business, the toughest decisions are also the ones that come with the toughest deadlines. Perhaps you wake up to a zero-day vulnerability. Or perhaps you find a production bug affecting an adverse customer. Or maybe you're hit with an unexpected regulatory change. You just saw how Julian was able to use AI to navigate existing dashboards and interfaces. But what if that information isn't yet available? Let's explore how you can use AI ad hoc to make better decisions. So the first question when assessing any situation is always, who? Who has access to that data set? Who has the skill set to analyze that data? And more importantly, who can you convince that your hypothesis is the one worth investigating? And this often results in a game of corporate Where's Waldo. And sometimes, Waldo just so happens to be on PTO. AI can help reduce these cross-departmental bottlenecks by dynamically creating charts and graphs. And it's as if you were sitting with your data analyst. Even if you don't know what data you need, the AI Copilot can leverage metadata to find that data, and without those weeks or even months of back and forth. But sometimes customers ask me, hey, Alex, I see the value in AI. Everybody does. But I just don't think our data's ready. It's unstructured, it's not clean. Can AI even work with that? In this case, the answer is a resounding yes. AI can take the monotony out of reading every single Salesforce closing note, every single survey paragraph response. You know the pain from that, and deliver the key points and summarize that for you. This allows organizations at different points in their digital transformation journey to gain immediate value from the data that you already currently have. Now, on the flip side of speed is security. As you know, private AI has always been a core tenet of our AI stance. But it's more than just about where that data lives. It's about who has access to what data. As Matt mentioned yesterday, our data fabric provides unparalleled control over who, including the AI itself, can see what information, down to the very individual row. In the example that you see on screen, the AI is able to access information about our satellites overall, but is not able to access all the fields of Satellite 5. The AI only knows what the user can know, so that there's a zero, not low, zero chance of leaking private information. And now that we have this access control locked down, how do we know that AI is using the right logic? And how can we audit that? And some of you may have already noticed this, but in what we've shown so far, the AI communicated more than just the final answer. At the end of the day, you, the human, are the one making the decision. And it makes sense that the AI should show you its work to allow you to verify its logic and also correct it if need be. This also enables the AI to perform more complex calculations and tasks, from math to multi-step queries, and that overall increases the quality of the answer that it provides. This ability to handle complex tasks is what gives AI Copilot the power to leverage the rest of Appian's enterprise automation platform. And within our platform, we provide a host of AI skills, as well as tools like Process HQ, which you heard about yesterday. AI reasoning actually understands use cases and best practices when leveraging these tools, which allows you to gain powerful insights even with tools that you're not familiar with. So by reasoning over this data fabric, making data-driven decisions is easier than ever. You don't need pre-built graphs. You don't need perfect data. You certainly don't need that perfect team with the perfect skill set. No matter where you are in that journey as an organization, Appian AI Copilot will meet you there. And it'll ultimately help you make better decisions and faster. And now that you've seen how you can develop applications, take action, and gain insights using AI powered by the data fabric, let's see what the future holds for the data fabric itself. Please welcome Brooks Watson from the product strategy team.
We just saw some fantastic ways in which Appian is looking at using AI to enhance the user experience and increase productivity. But there was something missing. The problem we were working through pertains to a physical object, a satellite. But at no point during that process did we ever look at a model of it. When working with these complex, mission-critical products, wouldn't it be helpful to view detailed models? There are a few challenges to this. Traditionally, 3D models have been locked away to thick client, desktop-based applications. More recently, web-based viewers have hit the market, but they require you to give up your files and store them on unsecure cloud environments. Meanwhile, related data is siloed away on disparate systems. There must be a better way. What if you could not only view your models, but fully integrate them with the rest of your enterprise data? What if you could then leverage AI to uncover hidden insights around your product? What if you could build workflows around them? Take action on your models directly. How about doing all of that within a secure, FedRAMP-compliant platform? That is exactly what we've done at Appian. You got a sneak peek of this during yesterday's keynote, but it is my pleasure to officially introduce Appian 3D Plus. Now, you can bring your 3D models directly into your Appian applications, view and interact with them directly, expand them to see the individual parts. With Appian 3D Plus, we've enhanced the data fabric unlocking 3D models as additional sources of data. I can click on a part and instantly get information from anywhere in my enterprise. Maintenance history, supplier info, inventory data, all of that centered on a visualization of the product. And now that we're connected to the data fabric, we can fully leverage the power of AI to uncover hidden insights around our product. Here, our Copilot searches through documentation, case notes, call logs, and more to rapidly identify the most likely causes behind our customers' issues. Even better, the Copilot can actually interact directly with the model, in this case, isolating the relevant parts and making them easier to find and investigate further. Clicking onto one of those parts, we can see that there's been a drop-off in power generated, indicating that the solar panel is the most likely cause of our customer's issue. Now, it's time to operationalize those findings. Because this is Appian, taking action is as easy as clicking a button, using AI to quickly fill out a form, automatically attaching the documents discovered by our Copilot, and then clicking Submit. With Appian 3D Plus, we've moved seamlessly from insight to action. We connected our model to the data fabric, used AI to uncover insights around the product, and took action on the model directly. But that's not all we've done. We've made the data fabric even more valuable by enabling event streaming capabilities to enable real-time monitoring, ensuring that you're always working with the most current data. So whether it's fixing first-time fix rates, improving your PLM processes, or building out a digital thread, there are many different ways Appian 3D Plus can add value to your enterprise. So we'd like to give you the opportunity to get your hands on the product. If you scan this QR code, you'll be able to sign up for the beta program. For those of you who are interested in learning more, we will be at the 11:35 Dev Jam session in the Cherry Blossom Ballroom. Now, I hand it back to Mike, who will take it from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Keep that for All right. Thank you, everyone. That was amazing. And you can see we've clearly moved well beyond retrieval augmented generation and AI. We're moving into function calling, AI agents, taking advantage of all the external tools in Appian and well beyond Appian to enhance the data fabric. So really what an amazing collection of innovation. And if we could just get one more round of applause for all those presenters. And I'm just so proud of my CTO and product strategy and engineering teams. They really came together to make some extraordinary innovations in a short amount of time. And look for these in the app market, the community app market, where you'll find these features as we bring them to market over the next few weeks and months. And you'll find many hundreds of other extensions to the Appian platform made by us and by you, the Appian community. Most of them, vast majority of them, free of charge. So I want to say thank you, but there is one more thing. So we've looked at the data fabric, we've looked at AI, but we haven't looked at it through every perspective. We haven't taken it to the next dimension. We haven't looked at it through the lens of extended reality. And so we're going to try something pretty high risk, and you've already seen us take some risks this morning. We're going to go into a new frontier here, and we're going to try our first ever and one of the first ever Apple Vision Pro live demonstrations of Appian Data Fabric. So I'm told this worked at least once in rehearsal. And so now I want to welcome to the stage Alex King from my CTO team to show us exploring the data fabric in the Apple Vision Pro. Alex?
Hi, everyone. So let's see if we can get this to come up. Well, so far, you've seen some pretty amazing and futuristic things. I'm here to show you one more. Using the Apple Vision Pro, we're going to walk through the data fabric of our logistics application in extended reality. You can see here that we're immersed in the data fabric of our logistics application. And actually, looks like live demo isn't working. Thanks to Appian's open platform extensible design, we're able to easily and quickly embrace new technologies into our platform. We can see here that the data fabric and XR together simplify complex data structures and connections, making them simple to understand and to take action on. Now that we've observed the shape of our current data fabric, iterating on it is simple. Data fabric allows us to leverage existing data source connections so that we can continue to build off of the work we've already done. The data fabric then makes recommendations for related records so that we can better inform and contextualize our data source. Not only will this create a record to support an entirely new end-user capability, but it will also continue to be actively supported by the data fabric. What I mean by this is with automatic syncing applied, data fabric will maintain the integrity and the quality of your returns data as it's used across Appian applications or even external sources. Returning to the overall view of our data fabric, we can see that the new returns record has been seamlessly incorporated. While these relationships are intricate and powerful, XR and data fabric simplify them, making them easy to understand and to take action on. This is only possible because of Appian's open platform design, which readily incorporates new technology, allowing us to continue to enhance and improve our products with agility. As your business continues to grow and change, Appian is equipped with the flexibility necessary to grow and change alongside it. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. So, it's a good thing she had the foresight to record that this morning. So yeah, you see, we're not afraid of risk here. We're going to always push the boundaries, and I'm so excited to see where we are able to take data fabric for you next, whether it's on this earth or beyond it. And just know this: when you invest in Appian, you know that you're future-proofing your designs, and there's no clearer way to see that than through the lens of the latest technology. So again, thank you so much for joining us again here for day 3. I can't wait to see who we crown as winner of the Live Build Challenge this afternoon. And we've got some exciting customer stories coming up, and even some special guest stars out in the hallway who always upstage me. The puppies are back. So thank you again. Have a great day 3.